The mannequin. The mannequin was discovered in an old antique shop. It ambushed a man, and he was found dead. He was turned into wood by unknown means. It seems to be an ambush predator. Turning its victims into wood seems to be its preferred kill method. Malhost. It was discovered after the defeat of the creature known as Malbear. It seems to be one of its minions. Its preferred kill method is by scratching its victims to death. Berthulu. Thanks to this creature, we now know the existence of the group of interest known as the Cult of Berthulu. They worship this creature as a god and have attempted to break it out of its containment multiple times before. They worship other creatures similar to this as well. It was discovered in an abandoned church that had been taken over by the Cult of Berthulu. Cult members attempted to kill our operatives with weapons such as spears and balls, however were unsuccessful, due to the fact that these primitive weapons were no match for our more modern weaponry. We were able to contain it, but not before one of our members was killed by it. Its preferred kill method is that it destroys its victim's mind, usually causing them to end their own life. Ghost Pirate. The Ghost Pirate was discovered on an abandoned cargo ship after a report of pirates killing all the crew members. Were intercepted by our operatives. Our operatives went onto the cargo ship and found everyone dead. However, we were able to capture one of the ghost pirates before it was able to escape, which is the one that you are looking at the document for currently. It prefers to slash its victims to death with the hook that's on its arm. They've made the squadron to search for the other pirates, which are still being searched for as of currently writing this document. Patchwork. Patchwork was discovered at an abandoned doll factory. It was after multiple people reported seeing it in and outside of the doll factory. It prefers to slice up its victims into pieces before sewing them back together, somehow creating reanimated versions of them that tries to attack other people. Harlequin. Harlequin was discovered at the Starlight Carnival after reports of a strange bear wearing a costume similar to the character of Harlequin from the Italian Commedia dell'arte and pantomime. It prefers to kill its victims by strangulation before tying them to balloons so they float up into the sky. Ghost. Ghost was discovered after reports of a haunted mansion in the mountains. It prefers to scare its victims to death. The Psycho. The Psycho was discovered after a series of murders in the neighborhood. Normally the police would deal with something like that. However, after a report of a bear-like shape in the tree line, we were called in to investigate. Discovered that it was a man in a costume and not an actual bear. However, he believed himself to be an actual bear. The tag on the suit leads to a company known as the Hindriacton Company. Testing reveals that it is not the suit that caused the man inside to believe he is a bear. It's believed that he got into the costume to hide from some bears. However, after being in it for so long, he started to believe himself to be an actual bear. Looking at missing persons reports, the man's real name reveals to be due to him believing he is an actual bear. That is the reason why we've kept him in one of our facilities.